Hey code chasers, how are you? I hope you're fine and healthy. With that healthy vibe, we will start our video today. I am Adil Lakshmana Tiketi. Welcome to our channel Code Chasers. In our earlier video, we saw slicing of a string through slice method, that too through negative indexing. We also saw the positive step and also the negative step. Okay, in this video, we will see the slicing of a string through array or list slicing method. Okay, the syntax of array or list slicing method is as shown on the figure. ARR. Here it is array. That means the string that we want to slice. Okay, and square braces open. We have to give the start parameter and stop parameter and step parameter. Here, the start, stop and step parameter of array slice method work in the similar way compared to the start, stop, step parameter of slice method. Okay. What is a slice method and how the start, stop, step parameters of slice method works, I have explained clearly in our earlier videos of string slicing. I request you to please check that videos if you didn't check it. Those videos will help us a lot in understanding the start, stop, step parameter in array slice method. I'll provide the link of those videos in the description. Now we will see how can we apply array or list slicing method to slice a string. Okay. Here I have taken an example of code chaser as a string and I have assigned it to a variable string1. We have to write the string name. The string name means here the string name is code chaser, but we are storing it in the variable string1. We have to write string1 and square braces open, and then we have to give start, stop and step parameters. First of all, we will deal with start and stop parameters and then we will go to step parameter so that it will be easy for you to understand. Now, step parameter is a non-mandatory, that means optional parameter. We may give, we may not give, depending upon the situation. Now we'll deal with start and stop parameters. We'll now recall a point that just I have said. Okay, start, stop and step parameters will behave same as like the start and stop and step parameters in slice method. Okay, now here I have a long string code chaser. Okay, I need a slice of the string, that is code, from the long string code chaser. Okay, my slice code, the starting character of my slice is C and the start index is 0. So obviously my start parameter will become 0, right? My start parameter is 0 and my last index of the slice is, that is CODE. The index of E is 3. So my stop parameter index will become 4. Hey Madhu, why not 3? Why it is 4? Because stop parameter, as I have discussed in earlier videos, it is exclusive. That means the index which we provide in the stop parameter is not included. Python interpreter will include only up to the index which is 1 before the stop parameter. So if we want to have a slice up to index number 3, we need to give an index number 4 so that my Python interpreter will treat or will consider the slice up to index number 3. So I am giving the stop parameter as 4 so that my Python will consider up to the index number 3, which is my required index, and the slice is CODE, which will be printed. The expected output here is CODE. That's it. This simple it is. And we'll see one more thing, okay? What if I give my stop parameter as 3? If at all I give stop parameter as 3, my Python interpreter will consider the index which is 1 before the stop parameter. That is, here index number 3 we provided as a stop parameter. So my Python interpreter will consider only up to index number 2. So the output in this case is COD, which is not expected output, but our expected output is COD. So we have to give the stop parameter as 4. Don't worry, we will see this example in the coding session and we will see whether our expected output is correct or not. As per the example that I have discussed just now, I have taken the string code chaser and I have assigned it to the variable string1, and now I will apply array slice method and I will slice the string so that I will get the output CODE, which is my required slice. Okay, we'll start. String1 of a start parameter will be 0 and stop parameter will be 4. As just now I discussed, if at all I execute this, my output will be very much correct. That is CODE. This is what I am expecting. This is the slice that I am expecting from this long string. Okay, this is how the slicing will go as per array slicing, or we call it as list slicing. Okay. Now we will see how can we apply step parameter in this type of slicing. We have a string code chaser here. Okay. What if there is a case, if at all I need to print or I need a slice CDCAE from code chaser? We will see this slice in the indexing part. Okay. We have a string code chaser and we need to print CDCAE from the long string code chaser. Okay. I have highlighted the parts which we need. If at all we keenly observe, we need to apply a step here, because if we observe the index that we need to print, that is, here first of all the string or the slice that we need to print is CDCAE, right? CDCAE, the highlighted part. And the indexes corresponding to C is 0. Index corresponding to D is 2. Index corresponding to C is 4. A is 6. E is 8. If at all we keenly observe indices, there is a constant increment of 2. From 0 to 2, there is an increment of 2. From 2 to 4, there is an increment of 2. From 4 to 6, there is an increment of 2. So, we have already discussed the concept of step very clearly in our earlier videos of string slicing in Python. If there is a constant increment of indexes being observed between start parameter and stop parameter, we have to apply step parameter. And the step parameter is the increment that is happening between the stop parameter and the start parameter. Okay. Here, my start parameter will be the position at which my slice is starting. My slice is starting at 0 index, that is C. Okay. And my slice is ending at character E, right? Index number 8. So, my stop parameter will be 9. Why? Because my stop parameter is exclusive. That means the index that we provide in the stop parameter is not included. The index which is just before the stop parameter will be included. If we provide 9, Python interpreter will include up to 8. So we have to give the stop parameter as 9. Now, stop parameter is done and start parameter is done. Okay. Now, step parameter. You can easily tell now what is the step parameter. That is 2 here, because there is an increment of 2 is happening at regular intervals between start parameter and stop parameter. So, my step parameter will be 2 here. Okay. We will observe the result in the coding session, whether the result is coming as expected or not. To observe the same concept or the same example in coding session, I have taken the string code chaser and I have assigned it to a variable string1, and I am slicing the string to get the expected output which we have saw just now. For that, I am giving the start, stop and step parameter just like as we have discussed now. The start parameter will be 0 and the stop parameter will be 9 and the step will be 2. Okay, if at all I execute this, my output is CDCAE. The output that I need is CDCAE, which is exactly correct. So, this is how the step parameter functions in array or list slicing method in string slicing in Python. Okay, I hope you understood the concept of how start, stop and step parameters work in array or list slicing. Here we had cut the long string that is code chaser and we have taken the slice that is CDCAE, a slice from this long string. What if I need the reverse of this slice that is EACDC? How can I print it? If at all we need a reverse, we have to access it from the back, right? EACDC, reverse of the string, we need to come from the back. Okay, what is the solution for us to access the elements from the back of a string? Only it is possible by using negative step. If at all we give negative step, Python interpreter will access the element from the back of a string. Okay, to get the required string, what will be the start parameter here? The first character of my required slice is E, right? E, and the index of E is 8. The start parameter will obviously be 8. What is my stop parameter now? This is an interesting scenario now. Okay, my slice is EACDC, right? If at all I see the highlighted part EACDC, my last character is C and index corresponding to C is 0. Okay, as we all know, stop parameter is exclusive. That means Python interpreter will consider the index which is before the stop parameter. Now, my end index is 0. Now, what should I give stop parameter such that my Python interpreter will consider the string up to C? Python interpreter will travel from back to front and it should consider up to index 0, right? So I need to give one more than the required index, right? But what is the index that I should give here? This is an interesting point, code chasers. Here in this situation, we have to give stop parameter as nothing. Yes, you heard me correct. For the Python interpreter to consider up to the very first character, that is index number 0, we have to give stop parameter as nothing. If at all we give nothing, Python interpreter will consider up to index number 0. Okay. Not only this case, if at all we want to give or we want to consider till the end of the string, either it may be right side or left side, we need to give the corresponding parameter as nothing. Okay. This is very much useful point you need to observe here. Okay. Now we will come to step parameter. I think you would have already guessed what is the step parameter here. Now the step parameter is, as we have discussed, it is a negative. Okay. And the increment that we have been observing between the two indices, that is index number 8, we are going to print, that is character E, and then we are printing index number 6, right? The increment that we have been observing here is 8 minus 6, that is 2. As it is a negative step, we need to give minus 2. Okay, my step here will be minus 2. We will see clearly this part in our coding session. Now I have a string code chaser. I have assigned it to a variable string1. Now I am slicing the string code chaser to get the required output, that is EACDC. Okay. For that, I am using array or list slicing method, that is string 1 I need to give, and then my start parameter will be 8 and my stop parameter will be nothing and my step parameter will be -2 as per the example that we discussed just now. And if at all I execute this, my output will be EACDC, exactly same as the output that we discussed just now. I hope you understood the functionality of a negative step in array or list slice method in string slicing of Python. Okay, here just one point I want you to observe here. I have given the stop parameter as nothing whenever we are considering up to end of a string, right? Whenever the character of the slice is at the end of a string. By using this point, I want you to print the reverse of the string code chaser. Okay, I want you to print RESAHCEDOC. I want you to print the reverse of this string. Okay, please try it from yourself and let me know in the comment section whether you got it or not. Okay, if at all you didn't get it, you please mention the same in the comment section. I am ready to explain you how we can print this string code chaser in the reverse order. Okay, we will conclude this video here, and I want you to explore from your side by taking as many examples as possible and try to slice the strings by using array or list slice method. Okay, in our next video, we will see how can we slice a string using array or list slice method but using negative indexing. I hope you found this video useful and thank you so much for your time. One quick and important information. There are 3 courses running parallelly in our channel. Course 1, Python full course. Course 2, PySpark with Hadoop full course. These 2 courses are designed for beginners and they are designed in such a way that a person who doesn't have any knowledge in any coding language can also easily understand the content in this course. So please do follow if you are interested. And the third course is Python interview preparation. This course is designed for those people who are preparing for Python based interviews. In this course, most frequently asked Python interview questions were taken and they have been answered with live coding sessions for each and every questions if needed. So if you like my work, please do subscribe to our channel and like the video. And click on the bell icon to get notified about the updates of our channel. Thank you so much.